We're about to sail to Italy's most remote and strict islands to dive, explore, and find out who the heck actually made it all the way out here with us.
He's playing golf off the back deck. That dude. Have a look.
Oh my God. In this video, we're sailing to an area called the Maddalena Archipelago. It's made up of a cluster of 60 pristine islands, so pristine.
Dozens of people are facing fines.
Couple trying to take home a slice of paradise.
Sand thieves, military, customs police are all working together.
We need a permit for those islands that we're about to go to. I didn't know about that. Some islands are completely off limit. You can't even sail.
We've heard authorities monitor this area like a hawk.
He was stopped by the Italian police and they went right through the boat. And he said you need to have a name on your boat.
Something we don't have.
He said otherwise they'll fine you.
Wow.
I said where are they? And he goes they're everywhere. He goes they're checking everyone.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to be flat out today.
And later we're going to explore the jewel town in La Maddalena's crown. We're all good at the front. Oh my God, look at it, it's huge. So I hope you enjoy this rare and real look at what it's like living on board as we take you deep into the Mediterranean Sea to explore a different side of Italy you never knew existed. We've been living on board our boat for 22 days now. I'm Kristina, this is my partner John, and this is Kelly. In our last episode, we met some locals in Bonifacio.
This is Claudio. He's just giving me a bit of a briefing on Maddalena.
He told us about some of the most beautiful islands in this region.
A lot of clear water and beautiful anchorages and marinas and old towns.
Can I ask you what your favourite place is in this part of the world?
Just mention 10 or 20 of them.
Yeah. I got a few. All Maddalena. It's a national park, Maddalena.
And so I got researching. Maddalena Islands. Okay, wow, the water's blue. And they're dubbed Sardinia's secret islands. Okay, we're getting a permit and we're going to find this place.
I got to apply for the permit, put the label on the boat, put a label on the tender. We have to do it, otherwise they're going to fine us.
Cal's getting her Italian flag on. I don't know how to tie knots. What is the saying?
Can't tie knots, tie knots. What I'm doing.
I don't think we're going to be able to take the Italian flag off, right?
Nope.
It's on forever.
So we're getting our boat prepared for the sail over. It's going to take us all day, and once we leave this town, we'll lose phone reception. So we're checking the weather and coming up with the route before we go. So our plan is to sail down to some of the most beautiful waters here in the Med, the Lavezzi Islands. We'll spend some time here swimming and freediving before venturing further south to the Maddalena Archipelago. We'll then hopefully try to escape some gnarly weather that's forecast by ducking into La Maddalena Marina. This is going to be our first time sailing in the country of Italy. So naturally, we're a little nervous because our boat is new, it's just 3 weeks old, and we're sailing in from Bonifacio, which is French territory. So we hope we meet all the border control and safety requirements. But with our permit in hand, we're heading out into the Mediterranean Sea in search of sand so white that it's a commodity.
Here, stealing the white sand remains a long-standing problem. Customs officers have already seized 400 pounds this summer. They're facing up to 6 years in jail and a $3,000 fine for their haul.
The Lavezzi Islands are just an hour away, but out here, it's like the wild, wild west.
Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Whoa. Wowza. Wowza.
It's like nowhere else we've seen before.
Tell us how deep the water is here.
It's 30, but it was 60 meters deep, and like less than maybe 150 meters away, there's a rock sticking out of the water. It's just crazy. Have to have your head on a bit of a swivel as you come into these places. I mean, like, look ahead of the boat.
Oh my lordy lord. It was actually quite difficult for us to get a permit for this area. I think the whole website was in Italian.
The Italian government has their own payment system and it's difficult to use, that's for sure, and it's all in Italian, so it took me about 40 minutes to work it out.
How did you work it out?
Just using Google Translate and translating each field.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Got there in the end.
Just quickly, would like to thank the sponsors of this episode, Speakly, that's helping us scrub up on our Spanish and our Italian. Our plan is to sail this region for a couple of months. So Speakly offers 7 different languages, including Finnish, German, Estonian and Russian, as well as Italian, French and Spanish. And it encourages you to practice your writing and your speech skills. Quiero decirte algo. So it helps you to learn a language 5 times faster than what you usually would. And if you're like me and you need like a little reminder to pick up your phone for just 5 minutes and practice every day, you can turn on your notifications and it keeps you on track to achieve your goal. You can practice for as little or as long as you like. 5 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, but if you choose 30 minutes a day in just 3 to 4 months, you can have solid speaking skills. So if you're looking for a hobby ahead of your next holiday, a challenge, something to stimulate your brain, learning a new language might be on your bucket list and it's been sitting there for a really long time, well, Speakly is offering you guys 7-day free trial. And if you like it, you'll then get 60% off an annual subscription. So as we approach the Granite Islands of Lavezzi, go check out the link in the description below for the free trial for all 7 languages.
This is so wild. I'm just like gobsmacked, to be completely honest with you.
We quickly realize real estate is scarce. It's every man for himself.
Oh my God, the most awkwardest thing has just happened.
This boat is flooring it, trying to beat us into the anchorage.
You just try to overtake me and cut on the inside. So I'm just like, where are you going, mate?
Yeah, I don't even know how we'd be able to get in there.
There's crazy. We need to keep an eye out for rocks.
Okay.
So I walk to the bow and join Kelly and communicate the conditions to John, who's back at the helm. You see, on a boat that's 55 foot, it's hard to see what's ahead.
You can't anchor here in the channel?
Let alone underneath the water's surface.
Yeah, it looks really deep.
So I'm acting as John's eyes and ears at the bow.
We could just anchor here and have a swim.
So that's exactly what we did. Surrounded by boulders, we managed to anchor in 12 metres of water, a fair way away from other boats coming and going, so we could relax. One of our goals for this trip is to work on our freediving.
Ready?
And the ability to hold our breaths underwater for a long period of time.
I feel like a bandit in this. 3, 2, 1.
So cold out there. Like you go through this layer and it's like ice.
John was literally just telling me to be careful of the jellyfish. As soon as I jumped in the water, there's a jellyfish here.
Besides the rare jelly, this stop was the perfect cool-off from the baking midday sun. With a few more islands to go before the sun goes down though and the winds pick up, we decided to continue our quest south to Italy's Archipelago, which is kind of like a rugged Mediterranean version of the Caribbean, home to some of the cleanest and clearest water. Along the way, we made a healthy lunch, salad, bread and chickpeas, and before we knew it, we were dodging golf balls.
He's playing golf off the back deck. That dude. Have a look.
Oh my gosh. Can you get more richer than that?
When you want to go golfing, but you can't because you're stuck on your $1 billion yacht.
Oh my gosh.
So, what does an experience like this cost? In our last episode, we cheersed these guys as they came into port.
Who is on board this vessel?
And found out the boat rents for $600,000 US a week. So I guess if you're paying that much to live on board, this is how you pass your time. Swinging clubs with your dedicated caddies, riding jet skis to retrieve your balls.
They're looking at us and they're pointing at us.
I think they're like, let's try to hit that boat blue ball.
That's so funny.
Going through the tree.
But in all seriousness,
There's some very suspicious wind coming. It wasn't forecast a day ago, now it's a week of strong wind. So I've heard many times that the Mediterranean, you got to check your forecast at least twice a day because it just changes on you.
let's not forget, We've already experienced our fair share of storms and lightning strikes on board over the short time we've been sailing the Med this season. A few episodes back, you may remember, a boat almost dragged into us.
Holy sh! What the heck is happening?
And that almost completely wiped us out and almost ended our entire trip in an instant. So yes, the weather gods have already warned us that the winds and the sea state can be brutal in this part of the world.
The islands are spectacular, but it would get incredibly rough out here in a strong blow because of the Bonifacio Strait, the Mistral.
The Mistral is a strong, cold northwesterly wind that blows hard from southern France into the Gulf of Lyon, thrashing the islands and squeezing through Corsica and Sardinia. It looks like this. Its speed often exceeds 35 knots and it can blow up to 100 knots.
So the wind gets compressed through the two islands, Sardinia and Corsica, and it funnels through and it's quite deep. It apparently gets really rough through the strait, like ridiculously rough. So
Really? Like waves?
yeah, waves and strong winds. You can just imagine how exposed these will all be. I guess that's why there's really nothing on them.
Yeah, like they're quite barren.
Yeah, windswept.
Right now though, it's so calm. We have no wind to sail and the air is warm. And really, we're just enjoying the serenity while navigating our way through the archipelago.
It's really hard to tell where one island starts and another one ends. See, there's a gap there. This is two different islands and there's a gap through there, which is where we're going. If you're looking at a chart and you looked at that, you'd be like, my eyes are tricking me because it all just blends in the islands.
Some areas feel like Mars.
So there's people sitting on the rocks over here.
Unbelievable.
Secluded little beach.
So far away.
It's pretty cool. Is the tennis still there? You check.
Sounds like it is. Yeah, tender's still there. This is my editing studio in here, guys. Laptop going, GoPros, drones.
With our drone, we just filmed this from the sky. Welcome to Maddalena, Italy's secret islands. Wow, this place is absolutely magic. There's so many super yachts here, it's absolutely wild. There is a lot of money floating around this place. It's crazy. Just holding the painter. Make sure the potato doesn't go under the prop. So I guess that means we are officially in Italy. It is now time to put up the flag. We are in Italy, everybody! Woo! And so we are at the very northern tip of Sardinia. So this is an area obviously between Corsica and Sardinia, and this little bay we're in now is surrounded by 3 individual islands. It looks like one, but they're actually 3. All the rocks you can see up on the islands is actually granite, which is so beautiful. And this park is part of the Maddalena archipelago. So we've been told and warned that some of the islands in this region have strict guidelines. Diving, navigating, and anchoring, for example, is completely banned, while others, like the island of Mortorio, must be avoided at all costs because police monitor it and it's actually forbidden to go there at all. How are those guys playing golf at the back of their boat?
There's so many super yachts. It's very pretty. Like the water's blue and clear and the rocky formations are amazing. Landscape's great. But just the amount of people. I mean, we are in peak season.
Full peak season. You know what? I'm glad that we're on board though and not paying ridiculous rates for hotels. Yes, the marinas are expensive. We're trying to anchor as much as possible. But imagine if you're in a hotel right now. Oh, did you want to tell them what the guy next to us said?
Yeah, the guy next to us was telling me about a few ports up here. He's a professional skipper for charters and stuff. And he's like, oh, there's a good marina up here, but he said it's a little bit expensive. He said this one's €900 a night. And he goes, this one over here is €400 a night. He goes, it's not cheap like this one.
And we're talking about Bonifacio where we paid like almost €200 a night.
So €200 a night is considered cheap.
Cheap.
Over here, which is just insane.
Yeah.
In Greece, we were paying €8 a night.
I'm worried about saying that out loud because I feel like Greece is going to start increasing their rates.
Yeah, don't go to Greece, it's terrible.
I really hurt my neck on that dive.
Yeah, back at Lavezzi, I was trying to look cool.
I'm like trying to look over at you. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to be in pain again tomorrow. Guys, the dive. I need some tips on my dives.
Got glitter on your chin.
Do I?
Why do you have glitter? Where did that come from? Alright, should we go check this beach out?
Can you just give me a neck massage? Just there.
Do you want to turn the camera off first?
Okay.
Good looking boat, hey.
Yeah.
We've decided to chill and spend a few hours here at anchor. I mean, when is the next time we're ever going to be able to explore this place? So we're making the most of it, and I've decided to use the time wisely.
How's that? Was it? Yes! So I've perfected the dive.
Before we leave, we were approached by a bloke on this tender, showing us a secluded restaurant up on the hills.
Ve lo lascio questo.
Wow.
Bello, bellissimo.
Oh, he's saying that there's a restaurant there that's beautiful and it's an exclusive restaurant.
We probably need to get going because they're taking on the tender.
Oh,
Yeah.
bugger.
Maybe next time. Yeah, thank you. No problem. Thank you. Are you sure?
Oh,
Thank you.
that bloke. He's gone around to each different boat. I thought he was like either authorities or I don't know what he was going to ask us. Turns out he speaks Italian and French, but we were able to work out that he's actually inviting people on board his tender and then he's going to take them over to this exclusive restaurant just up on the hill. I really want to go check it out. But how cool is that? Talk about bloody service. He's gone to every single boat and letting them know. That is great marketing.
So I think where we're going tonight is the southern side of that big
Oh,
So we're here, and that island John's pointing to is the home of La Maddalena. Now, I should mention we always try to steer clear of marinas, mostly due to the cost because the nightly rates quickly add up. But tonight, the benefit outweighs the cost for us.
Stefano. This is Kristina on Channel 12.
We're in new territory with no experience in this region, so we're taking a pretty conservative approach until we feel a little more confident.
We are putting the tender up in the middle of the channel because we've decided to go to a marina.
I guess we could have ducked into the fuel dock to lift the tender,
We're all good at the front.
but that would have taken about half an hour, so we're improvising.
All right, we're going to get a little bit of wake here, John. Do you want me to lift the thing up?
Docking up at the La Maddalena Township Marina you see just behind us there, and ordering a good Italian pizza is at the very top of our priority list at this point in time.
So you can see we're really lucky because there's like clearance. Like look at the clearance on that. We also move these cushions out the way when we do it.
And in literally 5 minutes, we're ready. We're whipping out the lines, fenders, and tying them to the sides of our boat, ready to dock at our third marina since leaving Barcelona 3 weeks ago. Come to think of it, now that we're in Italy, we've actually sailed in 3 countries in 3 weeks.
Follow me. It's just such a different vibe to the French. I know.
And what an absolute dream it is to be here. To think it's been coming up this year, 3 years now since we learned how to sail from scratch.
Got to make sure we've got enough room behind because the boat will move back in the strong winds.
So if you're ever doubting yourself, think again, because it's truly possible to learn a new skill at any stage in your life.
Hey!
Okay, that's a bit far. Well done. John's just reversing on it just to see how far back we get to this dock.
Yeah, that's good, Nick.
Hey,
fronte.
This guy here was in between the boats making sure that we were like, we had a buffer. I haven't seen this before, it's very cool. They don't do this in Australia.
It's the first time here.
First time here. Yeah.
Best place.
Yeah?
Where's the office? Okay.
You can pay also tomorrow morning.
Perfect. Thanks so much, guys.
I said, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to shower once this boat's tied up and go find the biggest, dirtiest pizza place. Can't wait.
That went to plan. That was really cool. Our next country is ticked off the list. Italy. I think we are going to be heading out for dinner very shortly. Because we've been swimming in the salty water all day, I'm going to go and have a shower, freshen up. We're here because of these videos and because of your love and your support, so thank you so much. So come join us for dinner, and while we're on the way, I'll give you a second to subscribe if you haven't already, so you can continue following our journey through Europe.
Scivola, scivola, come la pioggia scivola.
We are in La Maddalena, which is the main town in the Maddalena Archipelago.
We've just gotten off the boat, we're about to get some dinner, and we're walking our way through the city streets, and it's really beautiful.
It is, yeah, it's really pretty, loads of restaurants, and this is kind of like a bit of a launching off point for a lot of the tours around the Maddalena Archipelago. There's so many cool beaches, but this is where a lot of the tours leave from.
And in order to actually come visit this city, you need a permit.
I think if you're coming by boat, you may need one just to go explore on land. There are a lot of areas that you can't go to. You need to do a little bit of research on that if you're going to come here.
The food looks amazing here. We're about to go and get dinner. Oh yeah!
I don't know what they're doing, but we are in this weird back alley looking for this Italian restaurant with the legitimate wood fire oven pizza, the real McCoy. And everyone knows the good places are always the hardest to find in the back alley. This would be like if you're reincarnated and you came back as a car, it'd be this one.
It's so cute. What is this place called, John?
La Mula's. This way.
La Mula's, a family pizza bar, was out of the main tourist area. We find that often the most delicious and traditional flavours are the ones locals visit. And where the staff hardly speak English. We ordered 3 pizzas.
Oh, this is mine?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
While John and Kelly ordered from the menu, I went rogue making a custom order. You see, Italian pizzas usually have less toppings.
But your pizza, it's really huge. I don't know how can you eat this pizza.
We ended up meeting the owner.
Original mula, vale.
And with our 3 pizzas in tow, it was time to say goodbye to our new friends.
Grazie.
Yum.
Is that yours?
I don't know. Who's
No,
this
that's
one?
mine.
That's yours.
Capricciosa. Oh my
Oh yeah, that's mine. Oh my god, look at it. It's huge.
Kristina.
Sorry. Oh my god. It's so good. Oh, we've got chili. We've got some on the boat.
Cal, would you like these?
On our way back to the boat, we had one detour.
The place we found wasn't a restaurant really, it was more of a takeaway place. So we decided to buy a bottle of wine, got some local Sardinian wine and head back to the boat. So the view's pretty good from the boat too, right?
Yeah, and it's nice and cool and breezy tonight.
Can you hold this?
Yeah.
Most important thing.
As we were docking earlier, you may have heard John talk about not wanting to tie up too close to the concrete quay tonight because of the winds.
Oh. Can you bring in the bloody pedestal thing, Kel?
Okay, come on over.
Is that the furthest it goes?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is the place I have to go.
And so we set the table, opened our pizzas and the wine.
I don't remember the last time I've opened a bottle of wine like that. Like the proper way with a cork. Usually it's like a screw
It's gonna come
top.
straight out.
Oh, chili. Does anyone want chili?
And so we've not only discovered some of Sardinia's most beautiful islands in the north, but we've indulged in the food, the culture, we've connected with the local people. We've laughed and practiced speaking the language. And this is just our very first day here.
Kristina decided she was going to get gelati and she's been gone for about half an hour and she comes back with this. What do you have there?
It's melting.
She's got a brioche bun with gelati and a whole nother gelati. It's probably going to be delicious.
As we begin a new chapter, discovering the hidden treasures and soon a bizarre military island, which to us is the true secret island amongst the archipelagos of Italy.
The stop of military way,
Yep.
you have to take the right.
Okay.
Where things get weird.
Guys,
So leave me a comment below if you enjoyed this episode and tell us what your favourite part was. Thank you to our patrons for helping to fund this series.
How are you going, Casey? How's video coming along?
Yeah, I'm just almost finished. I'm just up to the last part now. Zhuzhing it all up. A huge thank you to this week's sponsor, Speakly. You can support us by enjoying their 7-day free trial by using the link in the description below.
Ciao! Mi chiamo Kristina. E tu? Come ti chiami?